Guys, we're rolling 221. Cheers, my brother. Thank you for the Guinness. Will you pop me another?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Can I have another? So we were talking, man, and I really had an epiphany about this civil war, and the Civil War is not going to be religion or race. It's going to be from the tech guys, not robots. I'm saying tech guys versus the rest of us. I really believe this, man. I'm really positive.
Well, I have been paying attention to the religious aspect of it, and there is a man that's claiming a lot of things right now that the rest of us are basically saying is the Antichrist.
Oh, okay. There's a guy that we're humans, or what are we talking?
It's a dude that claims that he's the new pope, that he's the successor of Jesus Christ. He's going to unite all the churches.
Oh, there was a new pope, right? Is that who we're talking about, or no?
No,
there's a guy that's saying he's the new pope. Just some dude.
Some dude that's gathering fucking followers and following in the footsteps exactly like the Bible talks about the rise of the Antichrist.
Okay. Now, are you sure he's not just trolling online like these guys do?
He seems like a white jihadist.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
is what he seems like to me. But he's got a following, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can get your following. I'm not worried about that fucking guy. That's a flash. I bet you by next week he'll be gone.
I don't know, dude. The blue hairs are easily led astray, dude.
Yeah, they are, but they're what they are. You ever seen Pixels with You ever seen Pixels?
With Pac-Man and fucking, yeah.
What I look at the blue hairs like, they don't matter. They're making a lot of noise. They're making a lot of noise. But they brush off because they don't do anything. They don't build anything. They don't do anything that we have to worry about. You know. Now, if they're in the tech, now I got a problem, right?
Well, because they're gonna fuck up everything.
But I'm saying if they just work at Starbucks, they're a chihuahua. You're barking, but there's nothing going on, and you'll be gone. You'll be depressed and suicide in a year.
You're gonna bark all day, little doggy? Or you're gonna bite.
Yeah.
What's that from, dude?
Oh man, that's Michael Madsen.
Yep. Reservoir Dogs. Hell yeah.
It's funny, I couldn't get the movie, but I knew the actor. Yeah, that's a great one.
That was great.
But I've come to that. They're just they're a nothing. You know what I mean? They're annoyance. They're an annoyance.
They are a nuisance.
Yeah.
And I did happen to see Rob Schneider stand up about the Gay Pride Month thing.
Yeah, he's killing.
Oh, dude, that was glorious, dude. He's like, veterans, guys that went and fought for the country, and some of them died. They get a day. You fuckers want a month? And he's like, and President's Day, Lincoln and Washington, they got to share a fucking day, dude, and they're fucking years apart. And he's like, but if they sucked each other's dicks, they get a month.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob Schneider, he really found another lane. I mean, same lane, but he found kind of this other lane that he's really pressing through, which all those boys in that group feel that lane, but he's moving forward with it.
Killing it, dude.
Yeah, people loving him for it.
I was like, fucking right, doggy.
But what I'm saying is that here, let's just say I saw one of our friends have a media fucking right. Just saw it last Sunday. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, our boy Joe, right? We were just goofing off. You know, we're golfing. We're goofing off, and we were drinking, and it was me, Angel, Joe, and a stranger that jumped in our party, and he was cool. And we were just talking like, we were like, well, I don't think we landed on the moon. You know what I mean? Right? And Joe went nuts. Like we hit a trigger. The landing on the moon, I didn't know was a big trigger for Joe.
Oh, that's his trigger?
I guess. It's amongst other, but I saw where I go, no, I kind of think we did, but I don't know. And the fact that I was asking questions really made him crazy. And I go, hold on. Now we're not talking about the moon, Joe. I go, we need to talk about how you don't like that I'm asking questions. I go, that's a problem. I go, I kind of do think we landed on the moon, but and then sometimes I don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know space propulsion. I don't know.
Right? And I've heard two different stories from the astronauts themselves.
Yeah.
I've seen the interviews.
And they always blow it off too. They never have these great details.
Right.
Like Buzz Aldrin gets mad if you even ask.
So
you know what I mean?
There is that aspect.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about space travel. I I'm only speaking as a guy like, hey, why didn't we go back? I'm speaking as a guy as like, hey, are Americans the only smart ones that can do that? I guess. Okay. All right. I guess no other country can do that, with all their tech and right now I guess we still can't do it in 2025, right? But
they're sending probes and such and whatnot.
Okay.
And apparently,
but we can't put a guy back for some reason. In the 60s we can, right? But we can't now. I don't know. Anyways, the point is, I still think we kind of did. I'm going to choose to believe we did. Anyways,
you know what? I chose that one time because I heard the greatest speech ever. One of the kids while I was in the Navy was talking to my fucking my first class about that, and he was like, "Yeah, the moon was fake," and he was like, "I don't ever want to hear any communist fucking talk coming out of your mouth like that again. All right, we are the greatest country. We stepped on the fucking moon. We're the first ones."
Yeah.
And I was like, enough said, dude.
Now I like it. Now what's
interesting?
Now what's interesting is that it kind of does switch, like where they're starting to, like online, they're starting to switch it where people like that are more on the right are be like, "Did we go to the moon?" Right? No. And then the lefts are like, "You fascist fuck! How dare you?" You're just like, "Holy shit! Hold on." But anyways, I saw that in Joe, and I go, "Whoa, bro!" Like I go, "Whoa, I can't ask questions." He's like, "It's just so frustrated." Like he went. And I looked at Angel, and he looked at me, and we were like, "Whoa!" And I go, "Whoa!" I go, "Hey!"
Yeah.
I go, "Hey, it is. I'm watching you freak out, bro." I go, we got questions, and we're having fun. We got questions.
We're still friends, Joe.
Yeah,
we're still friends.
The going to the moon hit a button, bro, and it was. So I was like, "Whoa, bro!"
So I'm curious then, what side was he on? That we did or didn't?
That we did.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's like, "They told us we did." And I go, "Hold on. You just said they told us."
They told us a lot.
And I go, "They tell us a lot."
They told us we needed to go to Vietnam.
And he starts going, "Who's they? Who's they?" I go, "Dude, you know that it's just media, bro." And I go, "I'm telling you, let's get off that subject. The subject I want to get on now is the fact that you're doom scrolling at home, bro, and losing your fucking mind."
Right.
Because we're out here in this green fucking golf and we're drinking and having a good time. And I just watched you go, I just saw it. And I go, that right there is scary. And the fact that you're upset that I got some questions, that's
terrible.
Terrible. That's pretty scary. If someone's got questions, you get that mad. And a calm question, be like, "God," and joking, you know what I mean? You're just like, so.
That's terrible because the night of the show, I went out to Adam's truck with him, which is fucking truck is awesome. I don't know if you've seen that fucking thing, dude. Oh, yeah. He's got a great truck, dude, a Tacoma.
Yeah, he told me he got a new one, yeah.
Oh, dude, that thing is fucking, dude. Like, I normally don't really, really like trucks, but that one I fucking happen to really like. And we were talking and stuff, great time. And I was like, man, this is fucking great. So for his brother to do that, and we went all over the place with our conversation like we always do and shit, No,
I mean, I think what it is, because I think that's not a normal thing. We had some booze in us, but I think that's not a normal thing. I think he was just recently probably going nuts online with some rabbit hole, and then we said it, and then he just went, you know what I mean?
You just went and tickled his heart real quick. He's like, "Fuck you!"
It was wild, dude. And then we came back, after I called him gay, and then now we're back. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, we're back. But I was just like, bro, you gotta handle that.
Right.
People should be able to ask you a question.
And not only that, you're a dude. You're not supposed to get emotional about stuff that really doesn't fucking matter. I mean, think about it, Ian. At the end of the day, if we did or didn't go to the fucking moon, is that going to change your life? No, it's not.
No, it was.
No, you're going to still do the same thing.
It was merely like a fun conversation that we were having.
The one that I seen people freak out about, dude, when I tell them this, I'm like, I don't think the earth is as old as people think it is. I think it's only a few thousand years old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, the meltdowns. And then there's other people that are like, well, why do you say that? I'm like, I don't know. Just where's your proof? You tell me that you have all this technology that tells you that, but that technology didn't exist back then. So how are you supposed to carbon date something that's supposedly millions of years old? I don't believe it.
Yeah, I'm a straight, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think you do either.
I don't either.
We just don't.
I know what's scripted and, biblically, so I can account for those times in history.
Yeah.
Everything else from what they're saying, can't really.
Yeah,
can't really do it.
The ancient Egyptians throws me the fuck off.
They're assholes, dude. Fuck those people.
It throws me off.
And
just the artwork throws me off. I don't understand.
Well, have you seen the newest discovery? Underneath the Pyramid of Giza, the biggest one, there's fucking columns that come down. So there's another structure underneath it, and they found out by doing a thermal image from space, from one of the satellites. This is what they say.
Sure.
And whatnot. And they're like, it's a spacecraft. It's a power station, which I've always thought that the pyramids were not burial chambers. I've always thought that they're kind of more like a generator, like their kind of power plant, because they did have
kind of like the pyramid in Las Vegas, the Luxor, where it shoots that light up.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure that knowledge was lost fucking even before the Egyptians fucking finished the whole thing.
how much knowledge is lost, but
That's
also there's just something, like something in the air that tells me that we are so wrong. There's just something that tells me that it's definitely bigger than our brains. Like for example, our dogs, right? I don't think that our dogs go even past, say, a higher power or spiritual. They're literally, I don't even think they look up into space. You know what I mean?
Nah,
I think, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's, because that's...
Like, I'm God to them.
well, our job is to rule over them.
Right, exactly. But I think our brain only allows us to go so far, too.
That's true.
Right? So...
Although me and you have that gift to where we can come up with a conversation, and then the reverse of that, like we can.
I'm always on the looking at a reverse too. Yeah,
because and that's a very intelligent thing to do. And I found that out when I was in high school. I did that speech and debate class just because it was an easy A.
Yeah,
but it taught me, like, okay, you have to pick which side you're going to be on. It's like lawyer school kind of stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I come up with my own topic, and then the teacher fucking determines whether I'm going to be for it or against it. And that shit taught me a lot. I was like, I can be on the other side and understand where you're coming from, but then I can counter with it, like, but this is the way it really is,
right.
and still fucking flip that too. It's crazy.
And I really think, out of all the gods, you know what I mean, we're all looking at the same God. They just think it's different. We think it looks different.
Well, I like to say like this: all the gods, that would be little g, because there's only one with a capital G. Yeah. And what the thing is, though, is a lot of people like to call the wrong one God. They like to say, "Oh, it's this guy." Fucking Muhammad came up with what's his fucking head? The fucking.
I mean, there's so many of them, but can a god be? Oh, I keep thinking that door's open. Can a god be an alien? And what do we think an alien is?
Me personally, I think aliens don't exist.
Don't think aliens exist.
Not at all.
But what is an alien? Fucking.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, did my speaker just die? I think my speaker just go ahead and just play it on the on that good old phone there. But what I'm saying is, like, what is an alien? Like, is an alien a praying mantis? Oh, that's not going to work in the mics. Will you set that like over there or something? Yeah, on the floor is fine.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah,
an alien is somebody without papers, Ian.
Okay. All right. That's I like that.
Your papers, please.
Here, I want to get back to this, but there's a dude. Man, what's his name? Shit, not Charlie Kirk, but there's a guy that kind of busts balls. He's jokingly, but he went to like the
Ben Shapiro.
No. He's a funny guy. He's super goofy. Like, he goes to these rallies and wears a giant MAGA hat like this big.
Oh no, I haven't seen that guy.
And he does a little Instagram show called "Libtards in the Wild," and he's like, "Look at him." And anyways, why was I saying that? Oh, because he went to the protests for deportation protests in LA and shit, and there's a bunch of, and he had a sign that goes time for you guys to go home, but big booty Latinas can stay. He's going up. He's like, you can stay.
I did see
you can stay.
And that one guy comes and goes, you want to go in the back over there? Like, he didn't want to fight right fucking then and there. He's like, you want to go over the back over here?
Yeah. That guy's funny, though. He's a big ball buster. Anyways, my point is like, well, we're calling aliens, like what, they have to have no genitalia and they're long and slender and they just go, or
sounds like
are they already here? I look at insects. I go, that's a fucking alien, man.
I look at transgenders and say that's a fucking alien.
That's a mental ill person.
Yeah, but they're. You seen the one kid that went all out to do the whole alien thing? So he had his shit removed.
I see it.
To where he didn't even do the flip thing to get a vagina. No, it's just a straight, like, tiny little fucking urethra hole.
Yeah.
He fucking lengthened his neck. He tattooed his eyeballs.
Who's doing these surgeries?
I don't know, but he fucking,
and where's the money coming from?
He chopped his fucking nose off.
Saw that. He's like making his hand like this too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Split his fucking hand and shit.
He's useless. You can't do anything now. You can't use that hand. Can't jerk off.
He wanted to become the iconic alien that everybody thinks is out there.
He's gonna kill himself soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't last. You're not gonna see these people get old. They're not going to be old. You're not going to. Where are the old transgenders? Everybody, where are the old? They don't make it.
They don't last, and I can tell you, I know exactly why. Because think about how when you get your dick gets hard and shit, and you're ready to fuck, but now you don't have that, but you still have the sensation because there's such thing as
myself. Yeah.
Such thing as ghost pains.
Hey, I want to kill myself when I can't get it up after a long day of drinking whiskey.
So
I'm like, I want to die.
So now you did this to yourself, and if you changed into a girl, or what they're trying to pass off as a girl, a fucking fake little replica of one, but you get the little inside flip surgery, now you got something pushing into where you used to give it.
It's got to hurt. It's got to feel terrible. It's got to
do nothing for you sexually.
Well, it's not only that, it's got to feel very uncomfortable.
Nothing. Yeah. That's why I think that's why they end up fucking whacking themselves, because, man, without good sex, life is going to be pretty fucking
Can't
shitty.
masturbate. I mean, you know what I mean?
You can't do shit.
Can't do shit. It's crazy, but let's what I'm saying, never mind them. What about who's doing the surgeries?
Dude's making bank, bro. Bank.
What can we look into them? Can we hold on? Like, if I, you know what I mean? Like, if I was just cutting kids' dicks off.
Well, this is what my question.
Wait, yeah.
This is my question. Remember Dr. Kevorkian?
Because you can't get a tattoo. Yeah, you can't get a tattoo till you're 18.
Right. So Dr. Kevorkian
can't have a beard until you're 21.
For anybody out there that's not familiar, his nickname was Dr. Death.
If you don't know Dr. Kevorkian, just fucking look it up.
But and so this guy would kill people that were on their way out and suffering. They're dying.
I think he was doing a good thing.
In horrible pain. That's exactly how I feel. So you're telling me that guy goes to fucking jail for doing that, and then these doctors that are doing this shit to people don't?
Yeah.
Now the world's fucked.
Well, this is by design. I'm telling you.
Oh, it is.
I'm telling you. I don't care how I sound. I'm telling you. At some point, we got to do something. You have to, because
it's gonna flourish if good men stand by and do nothing.
It's just like, on smaller notes. It's just like great scenes, like great music scenes, and then you're like, what the fuck happened? You can actually start looking and see what happened. Well, you let in infiltrators.
Yep.
You let in money people steal all the money.
Greed.
You let greed in there.
You let in lies. You let in
Poser Central.
Drugs.
Poser Central kills all scenes.
That's a big thing.
And the big one is the pay-to-play one is a bad one.
Oh, that's...
So, but that's on a different note, and it's like everything else, right? But in a big scale of the world, I'm telling you, let's just talk, you can't think of the world, America. I'm telling you, man, this is by design. These things are by design. I'm telling you. And people have to stand up and not allow it. Just like we did COVID. We allowed COVID to fuck with us. We allowed it.
Oh, this
and you could say not me, and I can go in your mind.
You did.
And
you
I
did.
fucking did, and
I
it's
did
killing
too.
me.
I
It's
did
killing
too.
me.
I know. You kind of want to.
I mention it a lot.
You kind of want to kick your own ass.
I want to kick my own ass.
I get it.
And I didn't fall for Corona, but I allowed people to talk their way into my life with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than being like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
I'm going to go about my day. I'm going to do business. I'm going to do my fucking thing. You want to arrest me? Fine, arrest me. But man, check this out. But I was renting my place out during that to one little student film one time, and they were Indian kids from India, and they were telling me what was going down during Corona in India. They had people up and down the street like government, police officials up and down the street making sure you were in your home. If not, they would arrest you immediately. They would grab you and arrest you, kids, everybody. And they just go up and down. They even got bullhorns, and you're just like, whoa.
And you know what that was? That was the beast testing the waters on if I can control you or not.
And they can, because it's scary. Mm-hmm. And what could I do? What am I going to fight this tank? You know what I mean?
Right. And that's why when we were talking about
you have to
earlier,
flee, man. You have to flee.
When we were talking about earlier, if your government doesn't want you to have the same firepower that they do,
100%.
Guess what's going to happen? They're going to fuck you up with what they.
And guess what? They don't want you. So think about that.
Right.
Think about that. They want your money. They want your guns. Right.
They want to keep you.
And
poor.
don't ask who's they. Shut the fuck up. You know who they.
You know who they are.
Yeah.
They want your money to keep you poor. They want to fucking increase the fucking prices on guns, laws, all this bullshit, so you can't protect yourself or your family. And they also want you to feel scared if you come across that situation where you have to, which is fucked up.
Right.
No, you should feel confident. Like, you shouldn't have been in my house. You're dead.
Now, guess what? If I have no family, I ain't scared. Fuck you. Right? I don't give a fuck.
But you and me both.
But we got
people.
Now I don't have kids. Like, if I'm in the house by myself, I don't give a fuck. I'll go out fighting. Yep. But if I got people in the house, I have to surrender everything. I have to.
Yep.
Fucking David Koresh, right? Wait, right? Is that the right the cult that they're calling the cult that was in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Waco.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen that documentary? That's scary. Now, I don't know if he was doing bad things or not. I don't know. The point is the way they went about it, lighting up that house. There's women and children in that house.
No,
lighting it up.
That was ATF's first fucking failure, and they should have been disbanded then.
And that is scary as hell. They're just lighting it up, and they're not listening to any reason.
Because think about it, the whole name ATF. What are you going after alcohol for? What?
I don't know what ATF is.
Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
It sounds like a one-stop shop.
Alcohol, tobacco. So they're regulating?
Yes.
Alcohol, tobacco, firearms.
So that whole agency needs to be fucking disbanded.
We have
because
it all.
Not only do they not know shit about firearms, most of the time they don't know dick.
Well, they know. No, they don't want you to know.
They don't. They hire.
How do they not?
They hire people that.
Oh,
don't know
you know what? You're
shit.
right. You're right. I think we also give government officials too much credit.
Right. As soon as they have a little 3-digit thing, dude.
It's like stockbrokers, right? We see Wolf of Wall Street, and we see all these cool movies. We see Wall Street. We're like, these motherfuckers are crazy badass, and they're doing coke. You go into a real stock market office, a bunch of dorks in there, just like just computer scantrons, just going.
Would you like 10% of this stock over here, sir?
Yeah, it's lame. Their suits are cheap. It's all fucking lame.
Completely.
So, yeah, but it's too much credit. When you get on the inside, you figure out it's a bunch of dorks running this shit.
And that's a fact, dude.
Never meet your heroes, too.
Right?
It's one of those things.
It is, dude. Completely.
It's one of those things, man.
Yeah, because it'll ruin the whole image.
It'll always ruin for the most part. For the most part. Do you have anybody you've met and you're like, oh, you're exactly who you're supposed to be?
I
haven't met a lot of people that famous, really, but
well,
because I actually don't have anybody in mind. Usually, people ask a question so they can answer it, but I don't have one.
No, it wasn't a meeting, but it was just something that I did on YouTube once we went to that Misfits show.
Yeah.
And I shared a couple of little clips of like 30 seconds of the fucking show and shit, and whatnot, because I thought it'd be cool. It was Halloween time. There's the pumpkins and fucking Misfits are playing shit.
Yeah.
And then next time I went on my shit, it said it's been removed Glenn Danzig.
Oh, Danzig
for infringement.
He doesn't like how he looks.
Well, of course he doesn't, dude, because I saw what he looked like.
If he did, he'd leave that shit. Yeah.
But I was like, what a dick move. How do you have rights over something that I paid for?
Right.
I paid for the ticket.
Right.
I paid for fucking to get out there. I'm sitting there fucking videotaping you with my shit because I put it on this fucking gay platform. They're gonna be like, yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah. I'm on both sides of that one.
That's yours?
That's mine. Yeah, because it is. I mean, if you think before all the phone cameras, like if you couldn't just roll in with a camera and just be like, I'm gonna take you and sell this. Especially.
Well, I wasn't selling it. I just wanted to put it out.
Well, I know now it's just and because you're seeing fucking I know it's at this point it's kind of lame.
And guess what band did not give a fuck that I recorded them? Bad Religion.
Because they don't know they do their thing, baby.
They just
I think
just
good. Danzig Danzig's a rock star. You know what I mean? So he's trying to take care of his image. He's getting hit online big time though, just on his looks.
I mean, I love the guy, dude. Damn it, and you do some shit like that to one of your fans, dude. And I've seen fucking videos of him even worse.
Right.
And that shit's still up. So
yeah, that's a weird one. Put it back up, see what happens.
Yeah, well, in my personal opinion, fuck you, Glenn Danzig.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. I love your voice, I love your music, but you as a person, go fuck yourself, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a good one. Is Mike McColgan from Street Dogs, Dropkick Murphys. Yeah, when I saw him play at the Doll Hut a long time ago, and I was just like, he definitely seems like he is who he is, right? And it was pretty cool. Yeah, I was like, hey man, big fan. Fucking keep doing what you're doing. He goes, till the day I die. I was like, love that.
Nice.
That's all I need, baby. Yeah, that's all I need. But I haven't met a lot of people where they've really disappointed me that bad,
Now the one that really impressed me was Mark from fucking Guttermouth.
Oh yeah, he's a little weird, but yeah,
he is. But every time I've met him, he's just the fucking like the nicest dude. And fucking even when he met my son, dude, and he was like, "Get the fuck out of here! Like you like my music?" And of course Justin's like, "Hell yeah, dude, you're funny as hell." And he's like, "Oh man,
yeah, it is always cool too when it's like when they're super down to earth or whatever, when they're super cool,
yep,
and you're just like, oh hell yeah, or like if they're even like just like you, fucking pounding beers, they're like, fuck yeah, let's go,
Yeah, because the second time after I met him when you guys played at Alex's bar, then I went and seen him at the Gas Lamp, and I took the kids, fucking the girls and the boy and shit. And as soon as I saw him when he came up, he was standing next to me, watching the other bands play and shit. And I was like, oh shit, hey, good to see you again, bro. And he's like, hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you forget a lot of people too. Like they, even though they're big time or whatever, they don't get a lot of people. Aren't like, hey man, I loved that first album that you did. And you name a song, they're like, oh shit, thanks, man. And it like brings them up. You know what I mean? It's a great thing.
Yeah. Because you can see them going in their head like, you like that song?
Because I'm always that guy is like, I don't want to bother them. And then sometimes when I pushed myself to bother them, they're like, oh shit, thanks, man. I could tell I kind of brightened up their day a little bit, and they brightened up my day. Never forget.
Hell yeah. Even Kim from Necromantics do that night.
I love that picture.
yeah. Hammered as fuck.
I'm hammered. I'm hammered. That was after I got out of Alex's office too. Yeah. Because we're doing shots in Alex's office too.
I know. And you just went from the bar where we were doing shots, and you're like, all right, it's time to go settle up. And then I seen you fuckers taking shots in there too. I was like, they pay him with booze, do they? This is great.
Yeah, I mean, Alex is the man, dude. Yeah, so it was that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I met Marilyn Manson in the elevator. And
hell yeah,
he was cool. But all I did was like, hey man, big fan. He was like, hey, thanks, man, and that was it. Done and done. Yeah. It wasn't fucking weird or.
Yeah, you weren't like, hey, so what kind of shampoo do you use?
Yeah, but also people do get wacky too, with celebrities or with somebody they look up to. They get their body freezes up. You know what I mean?
I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny. They get starstruck. They're like,
I wish I had a little more of the fan guy. You know what I mean? Because I'm a big fan. I am, but I just I never want to bother anybody. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's bothering.
I don't think so either. But it's just.
It'd be bothering them if you're like that one heckler of who's it, Alec Baldwin. Have you seen that guy, dude?
The guy that was like where he's busting Alec Baldwin's balls when he was trying to load into his car or something. Yeah, fuck that guy, dude.
But dude,
You should be able to get socked for that.
That's pretty funny though. The shit that he was saying, dude, he's all acting like Trump, dude.
Baldwin has to, because Baldwin hates Trump.
Oh yeah, no.
That's why that's funny. But Baldwin's got to have a little sense of humor. I mean, look, you killed somebody and you're good. Everything's fine.
He's walking scot free.
Not only you walking scot free, you were doing podcasts like a few months later. No problem.
Yeah, and talking about it like,
you're good.
Doesn't affect me.
I just killed this bitch. I know you. I don't think he meant to. I really don't. But I do think, or the conspiracy maybe, because that's a good shot with an old gun. Then,
well,
you know what I mean?
I think as a dude that handles firearms on a daily, you're not going to check it. You're not going to not check a gun.
Well, okay, as an actor who has done gun stuff, you don't check it. They check it for you.
Well, that's
because you can't. You're on a mark. You go like this. You sit on the mark, and they go, and they give you the gun. They go, and then you go, and action. You don't check it.
So apparently that's a mistake.
Well, there's a whole section called the armory, and it's guys that do that for you, because at every scene they take the gun from you. So they take the gun.
I know, but that's a mistake. That should not. Whenever the fucking firearm is passed from one hand to another, it should be checked every fucking time.
I've never checked it.
I would.
I don't care if I shot somebody, man. That would spring my career up.
And it was an accident. Yeah, you're all over the news.
I don't care about them that much. I'll shoot them.
All right, maybe I'll set you up the next time you get a roll. That way the girl doesn't win the fight.
Yeah. Hey, you know it's my mom? Real quick, let me answer this. Hold on a sec. Hey, Mom, how's it going? Can I call you back? Okay, is it an emergency? Oh, okay. What's going on? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, okay. I'll check that out in about an hour. All right, thanks, Mom. All right, love you, Mama. Bye-bye. All right.
Everything good?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good.
All right, good.
No big deal. She called me 2 times in a row, so usually, you know what I mean? Yep. You let the one go. I saw it come in, and then you let the one go. She calls me back immediately, and I was like, oh, okay. But it isn't. Nothing.
She was worried that you might be hurt.
It could be. Dude, I did that one time, man. Like my mom, because usually my mom gets back to me fairly rapidly, and she didn't get back to me the day before or the next day. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Same thing happened with my pops recently.
It didn't dawn on me. I just went about my day, and then it was like 1 a.m. I go, my mom didn't get back to me, so I just start fucking calling over. And she's like, hello? I was like, Mom, I'm sorry to wake you. Is everything good? She's like, oh. And she's like, oh, I thought I did text. I go, you didn't hit send. I'm freaking out over here. Yeah.
No, but yeah, it was one where my dad's, Johnny on the spot and fucking, and it was from that evening into the next day too. And I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Do I need to come by? And he's like, oh yeah, sorry, I just, been tired and whatnot.
You're like, all right. You're doing old stuff.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, but I'm still gonna stop by and check on you.
Yeah, I go, what's old stuff? And that always happens too. Like it's like, with my parents, like I'll find out that my mom went through some fucking surgery. I was like, wait, what the hell? Why didn't you tell me? She's like, I don't want to bother you. I was like, Jesus Christ.
When they try to play off major shit like it's no big deal, you're just like, fuck.
You're like, you got to let me know on that one.
You got to.
But I get them back too when they find out some shit on me, and you have to let me. I go, okay, I'll let you know, but you got to let me know too. Like you got to.
Right. The road goes both ways.
Yeah. So we definitely, there's that side. We have that family where we don't want to bother anybody. We'll have fucking brain cancer and no one will know about it. You know what I mean? But then there's the other side where people are, they break a fucking nail, dude.
Yeah, the world's ending.
Yeah, everything's a problem.
They break a nail and there goes their GoFundMe.
Yeah, hypochondriacs and shit, and they're fucking, you know what I mean? Like Jenna's got some of those in her family, dude, where it's just like, Jesus, like that's it? Oh, you bother me with that?
Right?
God damn, a spider bite? Fix it.
Microbials. You're like, yeah. Well, you got, literally millions of things living on you daily.
Yeah, relax.
It's fine.
Yeah, the weird germ people make me nuts.
Yeah, like the Howie Mandels.
The Howie Mandels make me nuts,
Yeah,
dude.
me too.
Yeah. One of those people, if you're just like, I don't like shaking hands, I go, well, look, I'm never going to talk to you. I got to just get out of your life then.
If I cannot figure out what kind of man you are by shaking your hand, I don't need to deal with you.
But also, you notice all these germaphobes, like they pick and choose which germ they want to have a problem with. I don't want to shake your hand, but they'll pick a mask up off the floor and put it on their face. You know what I mean?
They'll hit the plunger handle on the toilet. But not shake your hand.
Yeah, they won't shake your hand, but they're good with the gas station.
Right.
But if they are those weird people, I've seen those guys. They put on gloves at the gas station. You're just like, dude, just what the fuck, man?
If you're in too clean of an environment for too long, and then you try to block all that shit from you, once you do get exposed, it's gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's a fact. That's a fact.
It's like the great Al Bundy said one time. You know why cockroaches last forever? Because they eat crap.
There's something to that. There's definitely something to that. I mean, that's a fact. That's why, like, when you go to different countries, your stomach can't get used to their food.
Well, yeah, because the parasites and shit that they're used to.
They're used to it.
They're used to it.
Yeah.
They're born and bred into it.
India.
Yeah.
New Delhi, fucking.
India, dude.
India's a mess.
Have you seen that fucking river that they wash their clothes? They fucking.
It's got a bunch of plastic bottles and shit floating in it.
Dude, they take a shit, a piss, and fucking still take a shower out of the same river.
Yeah.
The rest of us would die from typhoid or some kind of disease.
Yeah.
But these fuckers are like, yes, buddy, this is the greatest drink ever.
And they're on top of each other, and they're just fucked up.
You got a dude rebuilding fucking car batteries in that same water, just dumping shit in there, dude.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. And I like it's very interesting how, like, here in America, we're all upset about the ocean, or then we're upset about the climate change, then we're upset about oil, then we're upset about
smog and pollution.
But go over to any of these other countries, they don't give a
trash piles.
It's
dude.
Trash everywhere.
Trash
dude.
piles.
They don't give a fuck. Yep. There's no smog checks in those cars.
No, they don't give two shits.
The whole city is just covered. New Delhi. If you've ever just look at videos of New Delhi.
Yeah, that one's fucking terrible.
It's just it's smog. They're stacked on each other. There's packs of wild dogs and monkeys that are running amok. Then there's like electricity power lines are all over the fucking street.
You just reminded me of Talladega Nights at the end where they're doing the fucking the outtakes and shit, and he's like, it's a real major problem. Packs of wild dogs fucking running the city.
I don't think I've seen that. That's funny though.
The outtakes, dude, are fucking.
I'll have to watch that. That's a fact though. They just have packs of wild dogs in fucking India, dude. I mean, they have that everywhere too, like in Mexico and
Well, even the coyotes that have been around lately. There's been packs of those. Now.
Around here.
Yeah,
I've been seeing them.
Yeah, and fucking in Lakewood. Yeah,
yeah. I actually I've seen them run by me here in Lakewood. Yeah, but I mean, what do you do with them? Do you have to kill them or? I mean,
to me, they're just dogs. They're scared.
I mean, they don't fuck with me. They're after your cats.
Yeah,
they're trying to jack your cats and they're trying to jack your little dogs.
I don't really care about cats or little dogs anymore.
Well, I mean, just watch them for fuck's sake.
I mean, if you really cared about your cat.
Well, yeah, but notice there used to be a lot of cats around here.
Oh, yeah.
There's no cats.
I did notice that because I remember after you told me you saw that fucking coyote, I was like, what happened to that little orange one with the bell around its neck?
And I'll see. There was a little cat that was coming around here for a while. Like it looks like a little stray or something. And I don't see it anymore.
Yeah. Well, over my folks' neighborhood, they're getting a lot of rats and shit too. but they got a lot of stray cats in the neighborhood
Yeah.
and shit, and my folks feed them like idiots because these cats have.
Once you feed them, they'll be back.
They're well, they
Yeah.
claw the shit out of my folks. They fucked them up and all kinds of shit, dude. They still continuously feed them. Like, you know, I tell them not to.
Yeah, you
But-
can't feed them or they'll never leave.
But they're like, but we want to keep them around because there's no more rats.
Okay.
And I was like, but you don't have any fucking fruit trees in your backyard anymore. You shouldn't care about fucking rats.
Well, I mean, if they get in your walls, though.
Yeah, but it's the fruits that they're after.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's the fruit rats that are over, at least in their side.
Oh, okay.
side of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of mice or rats over here lately, but I noticed, in every other places I've lived, every once in a while you get some mice in the walls, and then I don't want to kill the one mouse, and then one turns into two. Two into three.
Yeah, not only that, you can't poison them because then they die somewhere and just stink.
Then they just stink, yeah.
But the best thing,
And they kill an owl because they go out and die, and then an owl eats it and fucking poisons the
too.
owl.
Yep.
Yeah.
The best rat deterrent I had was my dog Mazzy, dude. As I came home from I don't remember where I was coming from, but I just came home. My mom was like, "You need to do something about your dog," and I was like, "Why? What'd she do?" And she's like, "The backyard looks like a murder scene." And I was like, "Cool." Went on the back.
Caught a rat.
Yeah, she caught a rat and
Just
fucking whipped that fucker, dude. It was just spray session all over the place, and I was like, "What? What's the big deal? I'll grab the hose and wash off the walls and
these
whatnot."
dogs are beasts, man.
And then she's like, "No, look at her water bucket," and she left the fucking dead rat in the water bucket, and she mangled the fuck out of this thing. And I was like, "Cool, I'll handle this. What? Don't get mad at my dog because I don't want her thinking this is not okay. This is exactly what she needs to do."
Right.
I'm like, good girl, fucking giving her treats and shit, fucking emptying out her water bowl, sanitizing the motherfucker and shit. Meanwhile, my mom was trying to be mad, and I was like, "No, don't do that to her. She's naturally doing what I want her to do."
She can't help it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I love her.
that's what they're supposed to
Yeah.
do. They just go, "I gotta kill that."
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you do, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Baron's all sweet and shit, and all of a sudden he's like, "Ooh, what the fuck?"
Get it.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Look at him. Like he just
Like what? Where is it? Where is it? Ian?
sorry, bro. Yeah. I mean, he's just, he's getting old. He's tired. He's just like, but every once in a while, man, he'd be like, I have to go kill that right
Yep.
now. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Or a little dog that yaps at him. He's like, well, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, you're so proud, dude.
Yeah, he's still got it in him.
Hell yeah.
Here, pop another one of these, and then we'll get out of here. How much you got? You got plenty left?
Yeah.
You all right?
It's more.
Yeah, man. The Guinness was a good choice.
Fuck yeah.
Guinness is good because it's got lower alcohol percentage, so you can smash more of these.
Well, not only that, they're filling, dude. They're pretty thick. It kind
Yeah.
of takes the place of a meal if you don't want to eat.
All right. I mean, I knew a lot of women that do that. They're like, because they count their calories. They go, well, my beers are my calories. Like, all right, that's cool.
Oh, they do that?
Yeah.
That sucks. Imagine living that life.
I mean, well, yeah, but chicks don't like to eat as much as dudes do.
No, that's a fact.
We love a good meal.
Couple of burgers.
Couple of
Yeah, let me get
perfect smash burgers.
Johnny, give me two. Give me two, Johnny.
2 burgers, a beautiful steak,
Huh.
nice fried chicken and mashed potatoes.
My boys,
Come on.
My boys at work, dude, we're like, hey, for lunch we're gonna go to this place. It's got fucking steak and lobster. It's like $50. I was
Yep.
like, have a good time. That sounds real cool.
It better be good.
But $50?
Usually I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm kind of a sucker for like a real nice dinner situation. I love a good dinner, right? But man, I'm so pissed off if I just dropped like 60 on a meal and I go, this sucks. My girl makes a better steak than that.
Yeah, right.
This sucks.
That's the worst thing,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, where I'm like, let's go to In-N-Out.
Or you're like, I could have made the steak better.
That happens a lot. Where I'm
Yeah.
like, I cook better than this.
right?
So it's like, but also restaurants are really, I don't know if just here in California, but their restaurants and service is garbage at most of these
Most
places,
of the
man.
time,
They
yeah.
really are fucking garbage.
Unless you're going to In-N-Out, which is guaranteed to be just awesome service every single time you go there. Or unless you're going to Lucille's.
Yeah, and there's some great restaurants, like St. Second Street, and fucking,
Oh, yeah.
and across the street, whatever that one, I forget what that.
And any Popeyes that has nothing but Mexican people working there, Great service. Great, dude.
You don't want the brothers in there.
No.
The brothers gonna fuck that up, dude.
The sisters will fuck it up, too.
Oh, the
man.
sisters are
They
worse.
get mad at me for fucking
They're mad that you walked in.
Right. This white motherfucker trying to eat up all the black man chicken.
They're mad that you walked in, dude. Like they're just like black women get mad when you walk in to give them money. They're just mad. Like
You mean I gotta do something?
I gotta do something? They got their nails and they're mad because their fucking hair is pulled so tight.
Yeah, I've always thought that too. Like, and you
Yeah.
ever see them pat their heads?
Yeah, I didn't know that until my hair was braided. Then I was like, oh shit, no wonder you're mad. Because I'd be like, I got a fucking headache, dude. Because Jenna would braid my hair, you know, and my head was pulled so tight one time, it gave me sores on my head.
Oh, no
and I had to pull them out, yeah. And I go, holy fuck, and I go, that's why these black chicks are pissed off all the time, because they have a headache.
Yep.
Because their shit, if you ever watch them too, their skin's coming up from it getting pulled up like that.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh my, so I get it. So just imagine, check this out. Now, I'm not talking shit. I don't, whatever you motherfuckers want to think. But what I'm saying is imagine every day you got to get your hair done, all your makeup, put on all your piercings, put on all your jewelry, get your nails done.
No.
Suck your fat ass into that. Into
You
those
said it wrong.
jeans.
Nails did.
Yeah. Okay. You suck your fat ass into these tight ass jeans, right? You fucking suck your fat belly into your top.
You buttery slipped your hooves in these shoes.
And you have to do it, and that takes you 3 hours, right?
At least.
It takes you at least 3 hours. Yeah. And then you still don't have a man. You're pissed. You're going to be mad.
Yep.
You're uncomfortable. When I'm uncomfortable, I'm mad, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got a bad pair of boxers on. Doesn't help. You know?
Well, I have
boxers are too tight.
I have noticed in my dating days that a lot of black chicks, man, fucking to them was like shaking hands to me. Like they were sex crazed more than I was.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a lot goes on there.
Yeah.
Between the lotioning, there's so much lotion going on.
Yeah,
there's so much premeditated leaving the house. You know what I mean? You don't know.
They did it all for one fucking reason.
You don't know unless you dated a black lady.
Right.
You don't know.
Nope.
Your boy here knows.
Yeah.
I know very well.
I never dated, but have hit the sheets with them a few times.
It's nice.
Yeah, it is.
God bless you, ladies. God bless all that you do.
You know,
yeah.
I loved them too.
And they're an easy. You can impress them easy.
Yeah,
they're very impressed. Very easy.
The
you got a job. They're stoked. They're like, oh shit, dude.
Oh shit. And you still go to it every day?
You open the door for her. She's like, holy fuck.
Damn. And he tipped?
Yeah. Holy shit. You open the door for her.
Oh.
She'll lose her mind, dude.
She's yours all night.
Like you forget I'm gonna say this. That may be for any other race but white, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get angry at us when we open up doors.
Yeah. Well, I'm not an independent woman. Look, Jesus Christ, relax.
You mean there's no woman power here?
Yeah, relax, okay? Relax.
That's not where we're going. I'm being a gent.
Oh, okay, fine. Woman power. Pay the bill then.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, open up this.
Hey, give me some gas money and pay the bill.
Hey, let me kick you in the dick. How's that?
fucking noogie.
Cup check.
Yeah. Slug bug. That's bringing you back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. You're like when you see a different state, Oregon, boom, you punch him in the arm. That would be funny, where it's like equality. Be like, all right, bah, all right, boom, dead arm.
Oh, looks like you didn't go down equally as
body glove.
You want to see what the hypercolor shirts used to look like? Sure.
Hey, they say if your hand is the size of your face, you have cancer. Boom. Man, that would be very funny. That would be very, very funny.
You just punch her and rob her, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, welcome to being a man.
Although, luckily, I've never actually dated or been with one of those kind of ladies, one of those feminist-like ladies.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I mean?
Me neither.
Also, the theory on that is they're feminist until they're not. You know what I mean?
Until they get a good dick.
Until they get a dude, and that's all out the window.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I see a lot of the feminist.
Until you get a dude, it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I see a lot of the feminist ideology, and I'm like, Well, I understand why you think the way that you do, because you were led astray by some other dumb bitch that had no idea that when you get a man and the man is in control, your life is going to become so much better than whatever crazy batshit thing you had in your mind, Brad.
So much better. Yep.
So much better.
100%. It goes out the window every single time.
Fucking time, dude.
Every single time.
That's one thing you could always count on.
Yeah, and it's so fun. I dated a chick that she was a bartender at Loaded in Hollywood, and dated. We went on a few dates. We hooked up, did our thing, but we never became an item, as they would say.
Yeah.
But she was this bitchy fucking, like, just know-it-all feminist lady. She was hot, feminist lady. And somehow I pulled her somehow. I forgot how I did it, but I was just drunk late at the bar, and I pulled her. And we went out the next day, completely different person. It went all out the window.
All the fun was gone?
Her voice even changed.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Now it's annoying?
She was a girl now.
Yeah.
She was this, like, I'm a hard bitch kind of thing, like, I'm a boss bitch. Now it was like, all of a sudden, went on a date, she became a chick.
Oh.
That's
interesting.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, like, it's all for show. It's all bullshit until you got a dude, and now you're like, I'm definitely paying, you know what I mean? It's all nonsense, So, and she was cool. She was cool. It didn't work out, but
it was funny because I heard the term the other day, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
And I said, sounds like a girl.
Yeah. I believe that to a certain extent, when you're young. When you're young and you want to be a lawyer,
And I would just say, follow your ambition. And instead of fake it till you make it. No, you don't got to fake nothing.
You don't have to. I think people relate to being real. People very much relate to
exactly,
that. Exactly.
Because us dudes were like, hey, you're honest, you're loyal.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I am. So I expect the same treatment in return. Fake it till you make it means I'm lying about everything.
Yeah.
And that's a woman thing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I definitely believe in lying on your application if you're trying to get a job and you don't have the credentials. Fucking lie. Throw it up there.
Most of the time, if you don't, you're gonna get hosed, Tommy. You're gonna be the fucking janitor instead of the fucking CFO. And shit.
Give it a good old
give it a go.
Up.
Give it the old college try.
Yeah, give it a pep up. It doesn't hurt to kind of get it up.
Give it the old college.
Yeah, just give you one notch up.
And hey, fellas, if you're trying to spruce up your resume, you need recommendations. Your boy Justin will help you out.
Man. Yeah, like when you go, I'm in the restaurant business, but you're a waiter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you do.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're in the restaurant business? Oh shit, you own a restaurant? No, I clean the bathrooms. I'm the bathroom attendant, actually. I watch people take a shit.
I gotta smell dumps all day and hand them mints.
What a fucking dumb. That's dumb. Is there anybody in life that has ever walked into one of those bathrooms with a bathroom attendant and been like, "Oh, I'm glad he's here"?
No.
Ever?
Nah. Maybe the Richie Richies.
You're always pissed off. You're always like, "Man, what the fuck?"
Maybe the Richie Richies, because they want everything handed to them, and we're used to getting it ourselves. So maybe
I don't want you in the bathroom, dude. I'm blowing up a bath.
Yeah, especially when I'm making grunt sounds, and I'm like, "Argh!"
Yeah, I'm doing coke at the same time off the.
Hey, buddy, I'm glad you're here. Can you hold my beer? 'Cause I only got two hands and I got this blow.
I wish I was that guy that didn't give a fuck, because I definitely would be like, "Hey, hold my beer real quick, man. I'm gonna go take a dump."
I have made the fake fart sounds in bathrooms though to get that guy out of there. Yeah,
I hate that guy.
It works.
It's a tiny bathroom too.
It works because I'll look underneath the little fucking, the trim at the bottom of the door, and then I'll go. And
I don't want to tip you. I got to tip you for you to make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. And what are you doing exactly? What you're
just smelling dudes' dumps? You weirdo.
You're offering me stuff that I could have definitely just gotten on the
I
way
thought
here.
of a great job for somebody who can't get a job. Just put on a suit and go to a club and just stand in the bathroom and be like, "Here you go, sir."
Oh, I got a better one.
Just get tips.
I got a better one.
Go ahead.
The bathroom attendant, instead of having his little tray full of oils and bullshit that he's got, how about the airplane bottles of booze and condoms?
Perfect.
Problem solved. Then I know why you're there.
You be like, "Sir, would you like whiskey, Fireball, a vodka? What would you like?" "Oh, thanks, man. Fucking a whiskey." And you go, boom. I go, I'm definitely tipping you on that.
Yeah, dude. You
Yeah.
know, I just
Yeah.
needed that.
Instead of all the bullshit, you want some aftershave? What? I didn't shave.
You want Tic Tacs? Dude, nobody's used those
got a beard.
in fucking
Yeah.
years. I don't even
Right.
know.
Right.
I don't
You
even
want
know about
Banaka? What? The fuck? I spilled beer on myself. I don't give a fuck about Banaka,
Did
dude.
you see the throw up line over here on my the side of my?
I fucking missed my whole mouth. I don't give a fuck about your Banaka.
I actually put my dick in my pants before I stopped pissing.
You don't. What the fuck? You saw me stumble in here. You saw me drop the bag of Coke and all pissed off. You saw me drop
my breath.
You saw me drop the bag and piss, and I still did.
I fished it out quick though, didn't I?
With that dumb knot that they put in the bag. The knot of that they put in the bag. That pisses me off. Dude. Can we have little Ziplocs or something?
Right. Fuck.
Do we have to have a weird bag, the thinnest bag ever, so it goes off in your fucking?
Every time you're trying to not fucking have it go everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, let's close that on that.
Yeah, I think we've hammered the world with enough of our.
Yeah. Cheers.
Just like